I'm filming this because nobody's going to believe what I found on the beach. I was doing my usual sunrise jog along the coast when I saw something glowing in the tide pools. At first I thought it was bioluminescent algae, but as I got closer, I realized it was moving, breathing. She was small, maybe 8 inches long, tangled in seaweed, barely conscious. Dark emerald scales that shimmered like oil on water. But what caught my attention were the patterns. Gold markings along her spine that looked almost like circuitry, like something alive but also engineered. I knew I shouldn't have touched her, but she made a sound, not a cry, more like a pulse. I felt it in my chest before I heard it, and when I reached down, she didn't pull away. She just looked at me with those deep amber eyes. So I brought her home. I cleared out my garage and set up a space for her, watching, documenting, trying to understand what she was. She wouldn't eat anything I gave her, no matter what I tried. But something strange started happening. My houseplants began to thrive. Everything around her seemed to come back to life. Then I saw her touch the glass of her tank, and a crack I didn't even know was there simply vanished. She wasn't just alive, she was restoring things. Later, a storm rolled through and lightning struck nearby. Every device in my house surged, but instead of breaking, they recharged. And she was glowing, her gold patterns pulsing, electricity dancing around her body. That's when I realized she wasn't just healing, she was absorbing energy. She grew quickly. Within days, she had doubled in size, her abilities becoming stronger, more controlled. I watched her move objects without touching them, responding to things before I even acted. It was like she understood me, not like an animal, like something aware. The sounds she made changed too. Sometimes that same pulse from the beach, other times something almost musical. Frequencies I couldn't fully hear, but could feel. And then the dreams started. Vivid, detailed, not like anything I'd experienced before. Deep ocean trenches, structures that didn't look natural. Something massive in the distance, watching. One morning I woke up and she was sitting on my chest, just staring at me. And for a moment, I knew those dreams weren't mine. They were hers. She was showing me. I moved her to a larger space as she grew, trying to keep up with something I clearly didn't understand anymore. She was becoming stronger, more complex. Everything around her changed. Water glowed, plants grew faster, injuries healed instantly. But something else was happening too. There were helicopters. They started appearing more often, circling lower each time, and my devices began picking up signals I couldn't explain. Someone knew, and they were coming. When they finally arrived, it happened fast. The moment they entered, she reacted. Not with aggression, but with that sound. That pulse amplified. Every piece of equipment around them shut down instantly. She didn't attack. She stopped them. And then she looked at me. Really looked at me. And I understood. This was goodbye. She grew right in front of us, her form expanding, her presence shifting into something far beyond what I had been caring for. The ground cracked beneath her. Plants surged upward around her like they were responding to her. She moved toward the ocean. I followed. At the shoreline, the water began to rise. Not like a wave, but like something beneath it was pushing upward. And then, I saw it. Another one. Massive, ancient. The same patterns, but older, more powerful. Her mother. They touched, and the entire air seemed to shift. That pulse again, but stronger, deeper, shared between them. They turned toward me, and the larger one bowed. Then they disappeared into the ocean together. Everything after that felt unreal. The area was sealed off, people asking questions, trying to explain something that couldn't be explained. But I had the footage. I had proof. Except, here's the thing. I reviewed everything last night, all 32 days. And there's something I missed, something I didn't understand until now.